This is a statement to my brain. I drank the clear, splashy stuff. I ate the green stuff. I even went outside and stood under the bright thing that's up in the sky that's supposed to make life better. Can you make the happy chemical for me now? Or I'm gonna eat these chicken nuggets and do it my damn self. But first I'm gonna eat my Whopper.
But I don't sleep enough without you, and I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky shit that you do. The boy's a liar, the boy's a liar.
Hey guys, sorry if I look like a bag of shit, I just didn't sleep at fucking all. Hey, you wanna know why? You wanna know what's really bothering my little thinker? And some of y'all may already know this part, but I found out yesterday that Robert Downey Jr. in one of his movies played an actor who did blackface. Now, I don't really give a fuck about that part. He is playing an actor that is ignorant. That's cool. Go get your bag. But what really fucking bothers me, and listen to me closely now, is when we put peanut butter on Robert Downey Jr. to make Robert Downey Nougat, why the fuck does he come out a spitting image of Lakeith Stanfield? That doesn't make sense. How? Swear to God, you could have asked me if they're related. I'd probably answer wrong.
Brothers, they're happy and they're singing and they're coloring.
I'm watching you, down boy. You're not slick. This shit is uncanny. Explain yourself. Let me find out this nigga Robert can say it. Yo, do y'all know how long it's been since I had to pace anything? Nigga, I'm stressed.
How many times do I have to tell you? Clean your room before your friends get over. This is an embarrassment.
What's up, scumbag? I'm fucking home, motherfucker!
And when I asked her what has been changing for her, she said it's student apathy.
I have seen teacher after teacher after teacher after teacher come onto TikTok and vent their grievances about how their students are just not working the way that students used to work. And as a teacher, I fully understand. I fully get it. These kids don't want to do work anymore. They just don't want to learn. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to do their assignments. They don't want to do their homework. Have you stopped to ask why? The adults in the room put the country into a global pandemic and told the kids, deal with it. The adults in the room created the internet and social media, and now these kids have to live with it. From the moment they are born, they see in full color HD every single day how the adults are screwing up the world and not making it a better place, and all the bad things that are going on across the world. You expect them to care about algebra and English when they are constantly depressed and worried? Give them a break. We are trying to apply educational standards from 10 years ago onto kids that are of a different generation, of a they're on another planet in terms of education. And we are the ones that need to adapt, not them. Give them a break. Give the kids a break. 90% of school is just busy work to pass a test at the end of the semester. Exams at the end of the year, SAT and SAT testing, and the one observation where your principal comes in the room, the kids know that those are the only days that really matter. How can you expect them to care when we are only really measuring how well they can pass a test at the end of the year? That's an awful lot of downtime, and we expect them to be on it every single day? Look outside. Look outside. Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening. COVID, still here. School shootings every day. Oh yeah, school shootings, by the way. Oh, we expect them to work hard when they could be killed coming into school? God! We need to give these kids a break. We need to give these kids a break. We need to give these kids a break. They are not the ones who set the world on fire. We are, the adults. And it's up to us to give them a break. Thank you.
People be like, oh my god, he's literally my dream guy. I like D&D, Audrey Hepburn, Fangoria, Harry Houdini, and croquet. I can't swim, I can't dance, and I don't know karate.
Oh my god, you're literally my dream guy. Thank you! I know. I'm myself. I can make my therapist laugh. I journal. I exercise a fair amount. I remember to floss most days. I have 2 cats. One of them's obese. I love them both very much. I can cook. I'm proud of my career. Why are we using this app to hurt our own feelings?
Oh my God!
I'll set the scene. You're in stirrups, so it's like you've been riding a horse, and then the horse has fucked off. And you toppled over and ended up, in my case, in the back room of an NHS hospital. Then what has happened, every time I've been for a smear, and I don't know, something they're rolling out just for me, but every time I've been for a smear, what seems to happen is a doctor will come over and they'll go, "Hi, Miss Ruffle, thanks so much for coming in. It's really important you keep up to date with your smear test. Now listen, if this is a problem, you can absolutely say no. You can totally say no. It's not a big deal. But would it be all right? We have some trainee doctors in today. Could they all come in?" And you want to go, "No, no, there's a horse on the loose. Could they go and get that?" But you love the NHS, so you've got to go, "Yes, of course, no problem. It's absolutely fine." And then what happens is between 65 and 70 trainee doctors come in. There's loads of them. It's like a walking tour's got lost. It's not good. I also need to let you know something. People in the room that haven't been to a smear, I need to let you know something. When you're having your smear, you feel a little bit silly. You feel a little bit silly, and I'll tell you for why. T-shirt, nothing. Little pair of socks. A little bit silly. You feel a little bit like Winnie the Pooh. The doctor's back. She says, "Miss Ruffle, would it be okay if one of the other trainee doctors did your smear?" And you want to say, "No, no. Can I have someone who's had a crack at it before, please?" But you love the NHS, so you've got to go, "Yes, of course, no problem. It's absolutely fine." And then what happens? The trainee doctor came at me like this. The doctor's back. She says, "Miss Ruffle, would it be okay if one of the other trainee doctors did your paperwork?" I was like, "Yeah, once I'm a chuff, fill out form, carry on, carry on." So she goes, "You're Susie Ruffle." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." She goes, "Okay, first question, what are you using as contraception?" I'm like, "Undercut on the Doc Martens, not enough? What more do you need?" I said, "I'm not using contraception." She went, "Oh, well, if you're sexually active, you do need to be using contraception." And I was like, "Oh, I don't. I don't." She went, "No, you do. Because even if you're using the old-fashioned technique, or, the Catholic technique," nothing about what I am doing is Catholic. She said, "You should be very careful. You can have a baby tomorrow." I think it'll take 9 months. I've got 4 GCSEs. You're nearly a doctor. You should know that. And she wasn't picking up what I was putting down. And what I was putting down was a KD Lang album. So eventually I just had to come out now. Of course, there'll be queer people in the room. You know what it's like. Sometimes you have to come out in situations where you didn't know you were coming out that day. You hadn't put it in the diary. So I had to say, "I'm a gay lady. I'm a lady that's gay. I'm a glady." And the one that was down here doing the jiggery pokery, which I think is the official term. I said, "I'm a gay lady," and she popped up like I'd birthed her. So, whoa. She is a lot older than I thought she'd be, but we are very proud she's a doctor. I said, "I'm a gay lady." She popped up and went, "Oh, right, that makes sense. Snug." That's not a medical term, is it? Has that gone on my record? Snug, what a weird word to use. Because it sounds like she's looking down there and she can see the back end of a Tudor pub. Is that a snug? Apollo, I laughed so hard, the speculum across the room. You know too much.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him she's in church, but she doesn't go. Still she's on her knees, and Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Fiona says she's out shopping.
I don't like girls, I don't like boys. I got a they, them baddie that I enjoy. Oi, I'm in love with the they, them. I'm in the club with some they, them. 10 out of 10 would I rate them. Got their full consent, I don't pay them. They said they're no binary, I said cunt, that's fine with me. You can still inspire me, I won't call you he or she. I don't care what you got downstairs as long as you can lick my feet. I don't care what you got downstairs as long as you can pee on me. Pull up, knock the cunt out if they ever come misgender you. They're just jealous, they can't pull a kick, they them and get it rude. LGBTQI plus I love them also very much. They identify as fluid, so I go and pick them up. On my bros like shit, 3056, they a he or she. I don't give a shit. People coming up to ask me if they a girl or boy. They a girl or boy, yeah, they're somewhere in between.
What are your pronouns, con? What are your pronouns, con? What are your pronouns, con? What are your pronouns, con?
This TikTok's for Daniel Radcliffe. When I was a teenager, I saw your penis. Not in a weird way. You were in a play called 𝗩𝗂𝗶𝗧𝘂𝘀, went to go and see it, and for a section of that play, you were butt naked, running around, doing weird things to horses. At the time, I was completely uninterested in the element of the play where your penis was out for two reasons. One, I am a fine purveyor of the arts. I appreciate the sanctity of the stage. Number two, I am in fact a lesbian. However, when I went to see the play, I was out to myself. I knew I was a lesbian. Wasn't out to people in my school. And so when the girls at my school found out that me and my friends had gone to see 𝗩𝗂𝗶𝗧𝘂𝘀, they were convinced I'd done it entirely to see your penis. So it was at this point that I discovered something about myself, which is that the worst possible thing that someone could think about me in my own mind is that I would do quite literally anything for a man's penis, I guess especially go and see a play. So at this point I had a couple of options. I could lie and be like, yeah, I definitely went to see this play for Harry Potter's Magic Wand, hey! But obviously, intolerable, the worst, we've established, not an option for me. Number two, I could be like, I mean, obviously I am a heterosexual, aren't we all? But I didn't go and see the play for that. And also we were quite high up, we didn't pay that many West End sterlings and I couldn't see anything anyway, it was too far away. Or I could tell the truth. I could come clean, I could come out and let everyone know I was a lesbian so that there was no uncertainty as to the fact that I had not gone to see this play because of your dick, Daniel Radcliffe. And I indeed did take the third option. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for being, you know, that pillar for me, that rock that gave me the strength to come out to my school.
Okay, what's the worst year of my life? It better say 2002, because that's the year I was born. What the? You can't tell me anything. I'm a goddamn psychic.
I did this by accident, but I've never felt so sexy. This is how we put on a jacket the cool way, okay? Just make sure the inside of the jacket is facing outwards in front of you like this. And then, when you want to put it on, just swing it over. Whoa, who's that sexy guy that just put on his jacket like that? Whoa, I should give him my number. Whoa, he's so sexy. I've never been so wooed in my life.
This is my impression of a slutty philosophy professor showing up to work hungover.
Hello everyone, sorry I'm late. I'll make it up to you by saying you're all here. Before we get started, who told you that Socrates is pronounced Socrates? Because every fucking time you guys say Socrates, I want to say nuts. It's Socrates.
Hey, and this is Lila. Check in. I've got some book recommendations for you. These recs are quite educational, meaning those are books that you read and you dip in and out. Don't pressure yourself to read them within like one day or something, or week. Take your time. The more you take your time, the more you're going to understand, and the facts are really going to sink in. Without further ado, first fact is a really small one, Anti-Racist Ally by Sophie Williams. This is really like a pocketbook guide of how to be an anti-racist ally, and it really goes through the basics. Very easy to understand, very easy to read. Next is How to be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. That one packs a bunch. Like, I don't think this is for the lighthearted. If you feel like you still get easily triggered when someone calls you out, or you feel easily guilty, perhaps don't read this book straight away. I recommend the first one, but if you feel ready to take the lead, How to be an Anti-Racist is amazing. Like, the author literally starts with a chapter of how he's been racist, and he's black, and I really think that a lot of people don't understand enough about internalized racism. How White Feminism Betrays Women of Color. This is the book White Tears, Brown Scars. Again, this one is really not for the faint-hearted. Reading this book has been such a lesson, not only on people's mindset but also history. Such a great tool in order for me to better understand the society we're currently living in and how it all links to racism and misogyny and feminism and all of that. And movements including women of color or not, and also the representation of women of color in the media. Next is going to be anti-racist fictional books that you should read. They might be more lighthearted than those ones, but like I said, you dip in and out. You take your time. You let it sink in, and then you come back at it, and you talk about it, share. Alright, bye.
No problem, Gino. This guy blows dead dogs. Just lay it in there.
Eat shit and die, Ricky.
Eat shit and live, Bill.
Yeah, Bill, he's a little wet.